Ever since I became a digital nomad, my life has completely changed. From working more than 10 hours per day to enjoying life at the beach. But I need to begin my story a little earlier. Early 2017, my wife and I visited friends in Australia and New Zealand. We had the time of our lives and we loved it so much. That's when we decided to make it our goal to spend a whole year down under. Fast forward to end of 2019. We were almost ready to go. That's when this happened. 2.5 years later, on the 3rd of October 2022, we finally made it happen. We said goodbye Germany and good day mate and welcome to Australia. Sorry for this horrible try of an Australian accent. My journey has begun, and this is my day in the life as a digital nomad software engineer. The very first thing I do every single morning is to prepare myself a cup of coffee to get the engine going. In the beginning, I used to go out and buy myself a coffee every single day, sometimes even twice, but as you can imagine, this got very expensive very soon. So I searched for alternatives and decided to try a plunger or French press. I was skeptical at first, but turns out the coffee tastes fantastic and it's way more budget friendly. While enjoying my coffee, I start every day with what I call my power hour. 1 hour of undisturbed work. The first thing I do is journaling. I know, journaling sounds super cheesy, but keeping a journal helps me stay on top of my goals and reminds me of the purpose behind all the hard work. In addition to that, as a digital nomad you have to schedule way more appointments and adjust your day way more often, and journaling is my way of doing so. Next, I pull out my calendar and plan out my day. The rest of my power hour is reserved for highly focused work, whether it's scripting for a video, coming up with new ideas, or writing for my newsletter. I use this hour to engage my brain and get my creative juices flowing. After finishing my power hour, I either continue working or try to get a short walk in. Today, since I have to finish a script for my next video, working it is. For breakfast, I usually have some porridge or oatmeal, but since today is a very special day, I feel like I deserve a special breakfast. First, muesli as the base. Next, some sugar-free cornflakes for the extra crunch. Half of a sliced banana to add some sweets. Frozen blueberries for some extra vitamins, and shredded coconut to add some healthy fats. And lastly, some chia seeds. Now for the final ingredient for this epic breakfast, just a splash of milk. My breakfast isn't always that amazing. Sometimes it's just plain oatmeal or an apple. One of the greatest advantages of being a digital nomad is the ability to travel the globe and discover incredible new destinations. Visiting New Zealand has always been at the top of my travel bucket list, and now that I'm here for a longer period of time, it's even more beautiful than I expected. Right now, I'm located in the small town of Waiheke, and I have to say, it's heaven on earth. I'm staying in a very cozy cabin which is just a 1-minute walk away from the beach. I feel so lucky to be here, surrounded by all this beautiful nature of New Zealand. I'm looking forward to exploring more of this amazing country and making memories that will last a lifetime. Speaking of making memories, look what I have found. But unfortunately, right now I have some work to do. After breakfast, I go back to work. Most days, this is the time where I work on my YouTube videos. I either spend the time scripting, preparing shot lists, improving my skills, recording videos, or, and that is what I do today, edit my videos. I'm currently in the process of wrapping up a video and adding some final touches, but as soon as I'm done with that, I will be treating myself with a little bit of luxury. This is exactly one of the reasons why I decided to become a digital nomad. The world has so many beautiful places to offer, and this place is definitely one of them. Sitting in the hot tub with this gorgeous view and simply soaking up the sun. Life is just amazing. As soon as I'm getting back home, I am definitely saving up for one of those. One of the biggest challenges of being a digital nomad: budgeting. Every day you are surrounded by numerous temptations, like incredible food, delicious sweets and exotic beverages. But you also want to travel and see all the beautiful places the world has to offer. And unfortunately, all of that comes at a price. To save some money, I generally go for a very simple lunch. Most days I have leftovers from the day before, or some quick and budget-friendly option like instant noodles. But this doesn't have to be boring. For some extra taste, I like to add an egg and freshly sliced spring onions. This brings instant noodles to a whole new level. The afternoon is usually the time where I go out and discover the world. While weekends allow for longer trips, on weekdays I prefer to go out and explore new places to eat or simply go for a short walk. And since I'm near a beautiful beach, that is exactly what I will be doing today. I got a tip from locals that during low tide there is a roughly 3-hour window where it's safe to walk the beach. To check out this. There are small caves all over the cliffs. Most of them are too small or feel too dangerous to go into. But some are just breathtaking. Exploring all these amazing places and making memories that will last forever. That's what traveling is all about. After feeling a bit tired from the walk and with a little bit of free time before dinner, I decide to turn some pages. Reading has always been a passion of mine, and it's a great way for me to relax. Most of the books I read are about self-improvement, productivity or finance, and of course, software development. During COVID I gained a lot of weight. Who would have thought that sitting in a chair for 14 hours a day with basically zero physical activity would actually make you gain weight? This is why I also use the time as a digital nomad to get into the habit of eating healthier foods. Now, probably my favorite time of the day, dinner. Most of the time, my dinner consists of some type of salad or veggies, some bread on the side and some form of protein. But I have to admit, on some rare occasions, I still go all in on a good burger. After dinner, I usually start working. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I started my trip roughly 2.5 years later than initially planned. The silver lining to this though, I had 2.5 additional years to save some more money, which is why I can afford to only work part-time. My working time begins at 7 p.m. Being able to work for the same German company, even as a digital nomad, is a huge blessing for me. The time difference between New Zealand and Germany is exactly 12 hours, so if I start working at 7 p.m, it's 7 a.m. in Germany. I like starting to work before everyone else is there. This usually gives me plenty of time to go over my mails, chat messages and pull requests for my teammates. At 7:30, the first few of my colleagues start working, and we usually chat a bit about our personal lives, games we currently play or stock market predictions. The usual. This is especially important to us because we all work from home. Well, I work from across the globe, but you get the point. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to fix a bug. A certain someone introduced it yesterday. For security reasons, this person wants to stay anonymous. Yeah, it was me. I'm happy though that today I'm going to work with my favorite co-worker. He and we have the same working mentality and we get along really well. Having someone you can work with together makes work a lot more enjoyable. At 9:30, we have our daily stand-up. This is the time we have a look at the tasks we are currently working on. We try to keep everybody up to date with everything that's going on, and we also check if anybody needs some help. On most days, my working day ends at 11 p.m. But today, since we figured out the bug earlier than expected, I'm going to cash in some overtime and leave 1 hour earlier. So as long as the sun hasn't completely set, I still have time to, well, let me show you. Remember the hot tub I was enjoying earlier today? Turns out it's even more stunning in the dark. Watching the sunset over the ocean while enjoying a nice glass of wine and the warmth of the bubbling water. This is what dreams are made of. After my skin completely turned into a raisin from sitting in the water too long, I enjoy the rest of the evening watching some Netflix. At roughly midnight, I start preparing for bed, turn off the lights and go to sleep. And if you want to see what gear I use to make remote work a breeze, go check out this video. Until then, see you in the next one.